all, thanks for checking out Skillseed Freedom to Learning YouTube channel. Now let's start Module 1 Electrical Basics. In that, basic components used in electronics and electrical. In any electronic circuit, we come across two types of electronic components. One which responds to the flow of electrical energy and other store or dissipate energy. These are the passive components. They can be linear components with a linear response to the electrical energy or non-linear components with a non-linear response to the electrical energy. One which supplies energy or controls the flow of energy. These are the active components. They require an external power source to be triggered and are generally used to amplify an electrical signal. Let us see every component in detail. Now, passive linear components. In that, resistor. A resistor is an electronic component that is used to resist the flow of current and cause a reduction in potential. It consists of a low conductive component joined by conducting wires at both ends. When current flows through the resistor, the electrical energy is absorbed by the resistor and dissipated in the form of heat. The resistor thus offers a resistance or opposition to the flow of current. The resistance is given as R is equal to V upon I, where V is voltage drop across the resistance and I is the current flowing through the resistor. The power dissipated is given by P is equal to VI. Next is law of resistance. The resistance are offered by a material depends on various factors. Varies directly on its length, varies inversely on its cross section area, depends on the nature of material specified by resistivity or specific resistance. The material means the conductor material means copper, silver or gold or any other material. Also it depends on the temperature. Assuming that the temperature is constant, the resistance R can be expressed as R is equal to PL upon A, where R is resistance in ohms, L is the length in meters, A is an area in square meter means cross section of that particular conductor. Specific resistance in ohm meters. A resistor's value is calculated in terms of its resistance. Resistance is the opposition to the flow of current, as we know that from Ohm's law. Two methods to measure resistance values using color code. Each resistor consists of a 4 or 5 band of that color on its surface physically. The first two colors represents the resistor value, whereas the fourth band color represents the multiplier value and the last one represents the tolerance value. Or the second method is using multimeter. A simple way to measure resistance is by using a multimeter to measure the resistance value in ohm. Now let us see the types of resistor. There are two basic types of resistor, fixed resistor and variable resistor. In fixed resistor there are different types. In carbon resistor, carbon composition resistor, and second one is carbon film type resistor. In precision type resistor there are wire wound resistor and metal film resistor, and third one is wire wound resistor. In second type variable resistor there are two subtypes, general purpose resistor, in that rheostat, potentiometer, carbon and wire wound resistor, and second one is precision type resistor. Now we will learn one by one types of resistor. First one is fixed resistor. Resistor whose resistance value is fixed and are used to provide an opposition to the flow of current. They can be carbon composition resistor, which are made up of mixture of carbon and ceramic, the material used to make the resistor. They can be carbon film resistor, which consists of carbon film deposited on an insulating substrate. The another type is metal film resistor, which consists of small ceramic rod coated with metal or metal oxide. Next is wire wound resistor, which consists of alloy wrapped around a ceramic rod and insulated. Next type is variable resistor. They provide a variation in their resistance value. They are generally used in voltage division. They can be potentiometer or preset. The simple example of this variable type of resistor is your fan regulator. The resistance can be varied by controlling the wiper movement. The variable resistor or variable resistance, which consists three connections, generally used as an adjustable voltage divider. It is a resistor with a movable element positioned by a manual knob or lever. The movable element is also called as wiper. It creates a contact with resistive strip at any point which is selected by the manual control. The potentiometer divides the voltage into different properties depending on its movable position. It is used in different circuits where we require less voltage than the source voltage. Now next component is capacitor. A capacitor is a linear passive component that is used to store an electrical charge. A capacitor generally provides reactance to the flow of current. A capacitor consists of a pair of electrodes between which there is an insulating dielectric material. The stored charge is given as Q is equal to CV, where C is the capacitive reactance and V is the applied voltage. Since current is the rate of flow of charge, therefore the current through a capacitor is I equal to C into dV by dt. When a capacitor is connected in DC circuit or when a constant current flow through it, which is constant with time, means the frequency is 0. The capacitor simply stores the whole charge and opposes the flow of current. Thus a capacitor blocks DC. In another condition, when a capacitor is connected in an AC circuit or a time varying signal flows through it, means in non-zero frequency, the capacitor initially stores the charge and later offers a resistance to the flow of charge. It can thus be used as a voltage limiter in the AC circuit. The AC circuit best example is our fan. The resistance offered is proportional to the frequency of signal. Now next we will move on types of capacitor. Fixed capacitor. They offer a fixed reactance to the flow of current. They can be a mica capacitor, which consists of mica as an insulating material. They can be non-polarized ceramic capacitor, which consists of ceramic plates coated with silver. They can be electrolyte capacitor that are polarized and used where a high value of capacitance is required. Another type is variable capacitor. They offer capacitance which can be varied by varying the distance between the plates. They can be air gap capacitor or vacuum capacitor. Next component is inductors. An inductor is a passive electronic component that stores energy in the form of magnetic field. It generally consists of a conductor coil which offers a resistance to the supplied voltage. It works on the basic principle of Faraday's law of inductance, according to which a magnetic field is created when current flows through the wire and the electromotive force developed opposes the applied voltage. The stored energy is as in equation form E is equal to L I square, where L is inductance measured in henries and I is the current flowing through it. I is in ampere. You have seen this type of inductance in fluorescent tube, the choke coil we used. There are more passive nonlinear components. We will see one by one. First is diodes. A diode is a device that restricts current flow in only one direction. A diode is generally a combination of two differentially doped regions forming a junction at the intersection such that the junction controls the flow of charge through the device. There are six types of diodes. First is PN junction diode. A simple PN junction diode consists of a P-type semiconductor mounted on an N-type semiconductor such that a junction is its form between a P and N types. It can be used as a rectifier that allows current flow in one direction through a proper connection. Next is Zener diode. It is a diode made up of heavily doped P region compared to the N region, such that it not only allows current flow in one direction but also allows current flow in the opposition direction on the application of sufficient voltage. It is generally used as voltage regulator. Next is tunnel diode. It is a heavily doped PN junction diode where the current decreases with increased forward voltage. The junction width is reduced with increasing impurity concentration. It is made from germanium or gallium arsenide. The next type of diode is light emitting diode. We know LED. It is a special type PN junction diode made from semiconductors like gallium arsenide, which emits light when a suitable voltage is applied. The voltage may be AC or DC. The light emitted by the LED is monochromatic, that means of a single color corresponding to a particular frequency in the visible band of the electromagnetic spectrum. Next is photodiode. It is a special type PN junction diode whose resistance decreases when light falls on it. It consists of a PN junction diode placed inside a plastic case. Other type is switches. Switches are devices that allows the flow of current to the active devices. They are binary devices which when completely on allows the flow of current and when completely off block the flow of current. It can be a simple toggle switch, when can be a two contact or three contact switch or push button switch also. Another type is active electronic components. In that we will see one by one. Transistors. Transistors are devices which generally transform resistance from one part of the circuit to another. They can be voltage controlled or current controlled. A transistor can work as an amplifier or as a switch. The types of transistor is BJT, bipolar junction transistor. A BJT is a current control device that consists of a layer of N-type semiconductor material sandwiched between two layers of P-type semiconductor material. It consists of three terminals: the emitter, base and collector. The collector base junction is less doped compared to the emitter base junction. The emitter base junction is forward bias, whereas the collector base junction is reverse bias in normal transistor operation. Next type is FET, field effect transistor. A FET is a voltage control device. The ohmic contacts are taken from two sides of N-type bar. It consists of three terminals: gate, drain and source. The voltage applied across the gate source and the drain source terminal controls the flow of current through the device. It is generally a high resistance device. It can be JFET, junction field effect transistor, which consists of an N-type substrate on the side of which a bar of the opposite type is deposited, or a MOSFET. MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, which consists of an insulating layer of silicon oxide between the metallic gate contact and the substrate. Next is SCR or triac. SCR, silicon controlled rectifier, is a three terminal device which is generally used as a switch in power electronics. Means in higher devices we use as a switch. In panels also, it is a combination of two back-to-back diodes having a three junction. The current through the SCR flows because of the voltage applied across anode and cathode, and it is controlled by the voltage applied across the gate terminal. It is also used as a rectifier in AC circuit. Now we will see the next part is IC, integrated circuit, very shortly. An integrated circuit is a chip or microchip on which thousands of resistor, capacitor, resistor and fabricated on in a single chip. It can be an amplifier IC, timer IC, waveform generator IC, memory IC or microcontroller IC. The fundamental building blocks of digital ICs are the logic gates. There are different types of logic gates. We will see it later. We will posting new audio videos on electrical engineering courses and workshops online and personal weekly. Please subscribe for more on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Thanks and happy learning, Skillseed.